So Nicholas, you've come back to join us for the second week, but if you don't mind me saying so, you look a bit uncomfortable sat there. Is there anything bothering you?
Well, there is actually. What the bloody hell, what's that?
Oh, let me have a look at that. Now this. Oh dear. Well, now this is very interesting because there was a series that Gerry Anderson made in the mid-50s called You've Never Seen This. And
I've never seen that?
Well, no, you wouldn't have known, hence the title. Episodes 2, 5 and 6 are currently known to survive. This is episode 3.
Right.
Yes, so I can tell you're very shocked by this. We have found a missing episode of You've Never Seen This.
And you let me sit on it?
And I let you sit on it, yes. I wouldn't say that's reduced its value in it.
No, I would say it's enhanced.
Yes, I mean, you're very welcome to put it back there. And in the meantime, yes, You've Never Seen This, which we haven't. So, what a surprise. Our first visit to You've Never Seen This on the Randomiser, and it opens with, shall we say, a moment from reporter.
Did you find the woman with 10 brains, Mr. Collins?
Say, if he found a woman with 1, that'd be a novelty in itself.
Anyway, that aside, so You've Never Seen This. This is indeed the first time we have seen this on the Randomiser. It was a series produced in the mid-50s, Gerry Anderson's first directing job, in which the host went around Europe meeting people who could do strange and unusual things. There are 3 complete surviving episodes, one of which was released on the Lost World DVD. Then this incomplete episode and 2 complete episodes were turned up by Network a couple of years ago. Episodes 5 and 6 are available on the Super Colorization Blu-ray. But this one they didn't release for some reason. I have no idea why. It is incomplete, unfortunately. And if you look at the end of episode 2, it does say that next week I'm going to meet a man who hypnotizes alligators. So I'm betting that is what this episode would have opened with. A man who hypnotized alligators. I have to wonder if perhaps that's why the first 5 minutes of this episode are missing. Possibly the hypnosis did not go well.
Fled in terror to his castle in the middle of the Rhine.
So we're now in Germany.
And the starving people were avenged.
Hooray! I don't know what the starving people needed to be avenged for, other than that they were very hungry. But
the little town of Bad Dürkheim is the oldest wine cultivating community.
Part of me thinks it would be so nice to go through You've Never Seen This and sort of cherry pick some of the best moments, places, most interesting characters. Go back and see how it looks now.
First, a conventional statue typifying the great gatherer was erected. But Fritz Keller longed for something much more original than that.
Well, yes, he would do. A cow! Oh, okay.
Visiting the site of the annual sausage fair.
Yes, Pete Collins is the host of this, and I gather that he could be a bit problematic. Speaking of the biggest barrel the world had ever seen, Pete Collins was prone to a bit of... and I gather that he... some of the show's budget.
5,000 pints. Inside the barrel, a restaurant seating 500 people has now been built.
But it's a fascinating little time capsule of people doing strange things and just places like this. Does this place exist anymore? I have no idea.
To drink the barrel dry. The restaurant...
I know some people who could do that in half a day tops.
The ground floor houses the Weinstube.
Weinstube.
Grape juice are sold.
Okay.
The middle...
It's interesting that he couldn't film in there. They have to give him photos instead. But yes, this is world premiere of this almost complete missing episode of You've Never Seen This. So, podcast viewers, you are the first people to see this. Since it was first broadcast at some point in the 1950s. And yeah, we will upload this to the Gerry Anderson YouTube channel because it isn't fair that the only version of this in circulation will be the one with me waffling all over it. Anywho, they've now hustled Pete Collins away from the giant beer barrel. That's probably a good idea. Where are we off to now? Oh, this looks nice.
The Hall of Oom is painted all over like a picture book.
Aww. I also love as well that we've got this in high definition. So it's not only a lovely little time capsule, it looks really good picture quality.
The raids miraculously missed the cathedral, the building of which was begun in 1377 and was only finished 60 years ago.
Ah. Gosh, so that's now over 100 years ago. Whew.
Bomb damage has left some picturesque, though grim, effects.
Ah.
Ulm's chief claim to fame is that it possesses by far the tallest cathedral spire in the world.
Okay.
528 feet high, there are 768 steps leading from the ground up to the spire gallery, from which may be seen on a clear day the chain of the Alps.
And are you going to go up there? No.
Don't fall into the Danube.
Like I did after a few pints. Yeah.
World stands beside the longest river.
Yes, the sort of premise of this show is that Pete Collins is going all over the place interviewing people, but we also have this framing device of his secretary and a reporter who sort of keep checking in with him and saying, "Oh, so Pete, what are you doing now?" "Oh, well, I'm off to this place to look for a woman who, I don't know, a woman who has 10 brains." We'll later meet in this episode. And it is unclear how many episodes there were of this. Indeed, there may have been more episodes produced than were ever broadcast. It is one of those things where, you know, nobody really knows. Well, I'm sure somebody could find out. But we have the world's, or Europe's largest cuckoo clock.
The world's biggest cuckoo clock.
World's largest cuckoo clock, I was right.
Cronenberger conceived his big idea.
I love the woman who's just come out on the right, sort of, oh no, he's doing with a cuckoo clock. I'm just gonna, you know, do what I'm doing. There's not a clock here. It's clock mad. And again, I just look at this stuff and think, you know, obviously, such a work of art and craftsmanship. Is this still around?
Everything is hand carved.
Oh.
Inside the clock is a shop which sells souvenirs and, yes, cuckoo clocks.
And it's evidently the most fascinating thing in town. Oh, okay, right, let's see. Oh, is that it? Okay. Well, yeah, I wouldn't want to be part of the crowd that's gathered just to see this, because it looks like you kind of have to see it from just the right angle. Otherwise, you're going to be disappointed. You're not going to get to see much of anything. It's pretty, though.
The world's biggest cuckoo clock is shortly to be shipped to America.
Oh, of course.
And when it goes,
they have to take everything.
Many sad little hearts.
But mostly people wandering past the thing are wondering to themselves, what the heck is this?
But I had come to Wiesbaden in search of something quite different. I was looking for a woman of whom the Russian writer Maxim Gorky once said, genius or phenomenon. I believe she is both. For in this beautiful city lives Thea Alba, a woman with 10 brains.
Somewhere in this marketplace?
Madam Alba, you are a whole secretariat in yourself. And President Wilson, after seeing a demonstration in Washington, gave for this billing matter. Whatever else you...
Again, this is just...
This week.
What? This is unrelated to what he's talking about, but I just love looking at this old... This is a perfect little time capsule of mid-1950s Germany. You're just wondering about all those people just happened to be walking past. What happened with their lives after they were immortalized in You've Never Seen This?
In a forwards direction.
Forwards direction, yeah, I can do that.
And it's easy enough to do this with the left hand in a backwards direction.
Backwards direction, I can do that
But
too.
try doing both together, like this. And you'll run into trouble.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do it at all.
No, I lost it as well.
I'm going to introduce you to a woman who can not only do that trick, but a lot more besides.
Ooh. Is this the woman with 10 brains?
With 10 brains.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce Thea Alba.
There she is. I actually looked up this woman, and there seems to be, well, coverage of her in like articles and such is difficult to come by. Mostly you find mentions of the fact that there was a woman who claimed to have 10 brains, by which they mean that she could control each of her 10 digits independently. He was very happy about that.
Guess what this is?
Nope. Yeah, but there's no sort of information on what she did sort of after this stage of being, well, famous. I mean, I don't think she could have really, well, I don't know, maybe she could have made a name for herself doing this for the rest of her life. But I'd be fascinated to know just, again, like I said about those people on the street, I would just love to know what happened to this person once the You've Never Seen This cameras departed. But now she's writing 2 sentences at the same time. Mel and I can't actually read the
Boy,
handwriting.
in art,
Oh,
union is strength.
okay. Lumière fait la force. Okay. So it's French, right? Yeah.
Both hands at once in any major language or combination of languages.
Okay.
Let's put her to the test.
Yeah.
Thea, I would like her to write in Persian and Arabic and Chinese and Japanese.
Oh my goodness. I mean, you need 10 brains just to, well, master any other language. I'm hopeless with languages. This is just incredible, though. She is writing 2 different sentences in 2 different languages, just like she was asked to. Yeah, it's quite incredible. And the whole show was like this. Strange and obscure people, and quite a few animals as well. As we said, the opening segment of this episode, which sadly doesn't exist, was of a man who hypnotizes alligators. I'm sure he came to a sticky end at some point. But other episodes, there are like cat and dog circuses. There's a dog who plays the piano while singing. Lots of animals. But it's just a nice time capsule of some very unusual people and places and things. And it's wonderful to think, you know, just 6 years ago, we only had access to 1 You've Never Seen This episode. Now we have 3 and almost a 4th.
Is worth more than a pretty face.
Ah.
The sun shines.
So it may not be, you know, some of you may be thinking, oh, I would have preferred a missing Twizzle episode or something. I mean, you know, I'd much rather have something like this, because this is real, and this is just so much more fascinating. I've seen the first episode of Twizzle. I can kind of assume that undoubtedly it improved as it went along, but also most of the remaining 51 episodes were probably in the same vein as the first. This is so much more interesting because it would be a different thing every week. Unfortunately, as you saw at the beginning, the poor secretary character, for she was a recurring character, was on the receiving end of a lot of comments from the men around her as they chortled and smoked and just, oh yeah. But hey ho, it's of its time. I also love the just death glare she gives him at the start when he opens his stupid mouth.
Luck and blessings upon all your paths.
Oh, same to you. Yes, but we're coming up on the whole 10 brains thing, I believe, once she's finished writing 2 sentences at once. And this episode is, unfortunately, I think we're stuck with her for the remainder of the episode. Other episodes that I've seen, there is a bit more variety. So yeah, although you are looking at lost media, recovered from, I'm not even sure who recovered this. I'd love to know more, actually, where this was found.
You haven't?
But yeah, there isn't much variety within this single episode.
Thea is going to write with both hands and her mouth.
Okay.
Thank you, Thea.
So, is she... Okay, yes, she's putting a paintbrush on a stick in her mouth, and she's going to write with that, and with her two other hands, she's got a chalk in each. What's she writing now? Ah, a bit of Shakespeare. I recognise this.
Thea used to write with her feet as well, but she gave it up because she felt it was a little lacking in dignity.
Yes, probably best. Yes, to be or not to be, that is the question. I can't even begin to conceive of the difficulty involved in what she's doing here, because she has to assemble each word in individual sections, because her arms are only so wide. But yeah, well done, Thea. Now
Now
what?
the mystery of the strange objects will be revealed.
Oh, good. Oh, these things, right, sorry. I thought he was going to throw a conspiracy theory on us or something. They had a strange object.
With 6 fingers.
6 fingers. Ah, okay. I suddenly had salad fingers flashbacks there. Oh dear, right, so now she has a stick with a chalk on 3 middle fingers, and this is on each hand, so she's got 6. And now she's just writing numbers.
Berlin. Her extraordinary powers were not discovered until she attended a school of drama. During the
One night she got very, very drunk.
to see if they could perform contrary movements with the hands and feet.
Ah.
Thea was the only one who could do it. This gave her the idea for her present demonstrations.
Well, I hope she made some money out of this. Again, I hope it was a happy life she had after this that made all this worthwhile.
Has taken Thea many years to perfect.
Okay. He's got quite an intense stare, has Pete Collins.
Now we will see.
But he's quite
A
enjoyable.
woman with 10 brains.
Okay.
She will write 10 different things at the same time.
The incessant happy music is starting to grate a
The
bit.
only person ever known.
And it's not Barry Gray, I don't think. But this is quite incredible. A bit scary in terms of the visuals. It does look like something out of a horror movie at this point. But yes, she has a brush on each digit now. So 10 brushes, well, sticks, each with a bit of chalk stuck on the end. And she's doing it. She's written a different number with each chalk.
Amazing control Thea has over all the separate movements.
Yeah, it is quite incredible. It has to be done very slowly, you know. Again, I just wonder about later in life. Was she, did she ever have a daughter and was like, I have this legacy I can pass to you. You have this gift. Here are my sticks. You can now go around Europe writing 10 things at once. Oh.
Very woman I've been looking for.
Oh.
To help me fill out my income tax forms.
Oh, God.
Where are you off to next?
Austria. My good friend Dreo is due to come out of his bottle in 5 days' time.
I thought you just said
Are there any women in there I can criticize and denigrate?
day's time.
That is exactly what I did say. He's been in there for a year.
I like as well that the secretary has just given up for this end scene. She's clearly not interested anymore.
And sleeps, all inside the bottle. Drop in when I get back.
I'll be here.
I'll be here, smoking and being chauvinistic as ever. Yeah, he's called reporter. I don't think he ever actually goes out and does anything. But how nice was that? A real change of pace there. Camera operator Arthur Provis, we're going to see some familiar names there. Ted Astley, musical director, perhaps better known as Edwin Astley. I just love this music as well, it's so jolly. So a nice little piece of lost Gerry Anderson media there. I hope you enjoyed that. And I'm sure we have not seen the last of Pete Collins, for we have 3 more episodes to see on the Randomiser. How amazing that we are now halfway through the Randomiser and yet we're still finding new things to watch. It's incredible. We've never seen this.